Hey everyone, so I'm here today to do my February favorites video. It's been a few months since the last time I did one, but that's mostly because I hadn't gotten anything new that I really wanted, or that, not that I really wanted, but that I really liked and enjoyed using. But this month I got a couple things in my Luxe box. I didn't put up a haul or anything, but that was because I didn't have a chance to when I got it and started using the items. But basically, I'm going to go through some of the items that I got there and some of the new items I bought this month as well while I was out shopping and doing a few things. Nothing ever was big enough to do a full-on haul, but I did buy things here and there. So I'm going to start with makeup and then I'm going to move into other sort of categories. This way, for those of you who watch my videos solely for makeup and hair and clothing, that's all you'll really see. Or you, as soon as I'm done with that, you guys can sort of exit out of the video. If you guys want to stay to the end, that would be great, because I have a few interesting things that I'm going to be talking about. So the first is this little tester sampler bottle of the Calvin Klein One Shock for her. This I got in my Luxe box. I was really happy to get this. It was sort of a deluxe sort of tester. You know when you go to Sephora and you see sort of those tester bottles that they have for sale? It's basically one of those. So I was really happy to get that because there is a retail value on this. So I was happy to get this, and I love the way it smells. It's sort of vanilla-y, but still has that sort of florally and fruity scent underneath it. So I really like it. Since I got it, I've worn it about 3 or 4 times, so it's definitely one of my favorites. I don't wear perfume on a regular basis, so when I do and I wear something that much after getting it, I really do like it. The next thing is the Cheese Silk Infusion. Now I only use this when I blow dry my hair or I'm going to be using a hot tool on my hair. Basically what I do is I'll pour it out and pour about enough to fill this part of my hand right there. Rub my hands, get it into my fingers, and just run it through my finger, or run my fingers through my hair, just to sort of balance everything out and add that little extra bit of silkiness to my hair. I don't use it all the time, and this is what I got in one of my Luxe boxes, and I'm about halfway through, so if you guys can sort of guess, I don't strain, curl, or blow dry my hair all that often. So going through half of this, again, very big deal for me using just like a tiny sample. When I do go through all of this, I'm probably going to buy the full size unless I get sent something else that works even better and I start liking. So the next one is another hair product, and it's the Got to Be Too Sexy by Schwarzkopf. Now, my salon uses Schwarzkopf all the time, but they don't use the Got to Be line. This was on sale at the drugstore for me. It was $5. I think it's normally around 8 or 9. So I decided to pick it up. I had used it years and years ago, and I forgot how much I love this stuff. It's basically a level 4, so it's got good hold, and it's normally for voluptuous volume, but I find it really works to hold curls. I used this on the weekend for my grandparents' 60th anniversary. You're going to get to see the dress I wore for that later because it's one of my favorites as well. But I used this for my curls, and the curls lasted for 3 days. Now, I don't wash my hair every day or every couple days. I normally go 3 days without washing my hair because I find that's what works the best. I'll wash my hair about 3 times a week. So I used this, and on the 3rd day, I still had quite a few ringlets left in my hair. So this is definitely one of my favorites. The next thing is 2 nail polishes, and they're from the new Essie line. So the first one is San Tropez. So if you can see, there it is. It's basically a very neutral sort of sand color, it's by the name. Looks like that. And basically it's just sort of a browny neutral color, which I really like. I really like this for when I don't want anything bold on my nails. Now when I do want, and it's also a nice creamy texture, so it's not too shimmery and it's not too sparkly. So it's really good when you just want a nice color on your nails. The next one is sort of in the same category. Sorry, it started separating a little bit on me. And it's also from the new line, and it's Tarte Deco. So it's this sort of coral color. Like, doesn't show up the best on the screen, but it's a really nice coral color. And it's, again, a cream sort of color. It's not quite matte, but it's definitely not shimmery or shiny by any means. So it's a really nice color. Those are two of my favorites from the month of February that I got. They're more spring colors, but I really did like them for the month. So the next item is my Bella Bamba Benefit Blush. I love the smell of it. It's got such a lovely smell to it, and it's just such a lovely color and sparkle and shimmer to it. So I know most of you have probably seen it before. Like, I'm wearing it right now. But the blush kind of looks, right there it is, like that. So it's really nice. It has a really nice shimmer to it, and everything turns out really nice through that. The next two items are both for the eyes, and the first one is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Liner Pen. I really like this just because it's a nice sort of felt tip, just like that. And it's nice and fine, so it does help you get a really nice fine point. I've been using this pretty much every day, and it's lasted me very long. Like, I got this back before Christmas, I think it was, when I bought this, and I still have it, and it's still lasting me. So some people have said, oh, I used it 3 times and it dried out on me. I'm still getting good uses, and like you guys can see, it's still a good use. And then the next one is the L'Oreal Voluminous False Lashes. So this is the false fiber mascara. Now, it is a very long mascara. Like, it's a lot longer than what you normally would get for the actual handle. But the brushes look like this, and when I first got it, I wasn't a fan of it, but then I learned how to use it more and more and more, and I'm actually really liking it. I'm liking the fact that it's giving extra length and volume to my lashes. So now on to clothing. The first favorite from this month was actually what I'm wearing right now. It's a really nice sort of sweater dress, and it comes with this really nice belt. I got it for Christmas for my parents, and it's just this really nice belt, or this really nice dress. It's got a really nice cowl neck, and it's a sweater dress, so you can either wear it with jeans, you can wear it with leggings, you can wear it with tights. It's all really up to you. Right now I'm wearing it with pajama bottoms, but that's besides the point. The next thing I've really been loving wearing this month has been this sort of silk blouse. It looks really baggy and whatnot, and it's very sheer. I wear this with a bandeau underneath, either gray or black. And I normally wear it with a high-waisted or very fitted skirt tucked in, and it gives a really nice sort of layered effect. The next thing is this dress, which I got for my grandparents' 60th anniversary. So it's a very sort of frilly party dress, and it is a short dress, so if I were to show you, I'm going to move my camera down a bit. It is a very short dress. It's about as long as my sweater dress, if not a bit shorter. But it's really nice. It's really fun and flirty and fun to play with. And that's it for the clothing portion of this clothing and makeup video. So if you guys want to click out, feel free, but if you want to stick around and find out what my favorite music and songs and TV shows and food have been from this month, I'm about to get started with that. So the first thing from this month was music. There were a few new songs that I listened to, and a few that I listened to that I had listened to a long time ago. So the first one that I heard new was by, and I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but Gautier, or something like that, Gotye, and it was the song Somebody That I Used to Know that I heard. Now, this song is kind of strange, but I love it, and because of that, I got the entire album from this guy, and I'm really enjoying the entire thing. Now, I'm not sponsoring him, or he's not sponsoring me, and nothing along those lines, but this is something that I feel everybody has to listen to at least one time because it's just that interesting. So that was the first thing, and that's probably my favorite from this month. And then stuff that I rediscovered was the Spice Girls. I had stopped listening to them for a while, but then for one of the dance classes that I teach, I sort of decided to use one of their songs and started listening to more and more and more of them, and I was really enjoying them. The next that I sort of rediscovered was James Morrison. Probably not a lot of people have heard of him, but I really like him. He's sort of contemporary music, and it's just really nice, slow, sort of nice to relax to kind of song. So it's one of those things that, he's one of those singers that just really helps to make me relax and stuff. The next and last song specific that I heard this month for the first time was Back When by Tim McGraw. And this song sort of just makes me think back to when I was a kid and reminds me of all these things that have changed between the time when I was a kid and up to now that I'm an adult. So it's a really nice sort of look back on what things were like when you were a kid. The next section I'm talking about is TV shows. I'm just going to sort of name them off. I'm not really going to talk all that much about them. But the first one is The Big Bang Theory. So this is four nerdy scientists and their next door neighbor who's kind of a big ditz, but she gets smarter as things go on. And it's basically about their interaction. It's a really funny show. If you have never seen it, you really do need to go watch it. It's one of my favorite shows on TV. Now, sort of in the same line of comedy, the next show is Two Broke Girls. And basically, one has been broke her entire life, and the other one, her father embezzled money, and she's lost it all. So now they're living together. And they're starting to get to a certain point in the plot where it's making me think about something, but I'm not going to give that away. But yeah, you guys really should watch that one. The next two are Glee and Pan Am. They're both sort of in the same category for me, sort of that drama-ish kind of TV show. However, they may have canceled Pan Am, and if they did that, I am going to be really sad because I love that show and it was really getting to a good part in the series. So if they've canceled that, I'm going to be really sad, but it's one of my favorites. And then the last one is one that I just discovered this month, or maybe partway through January, but it's called Shameless. And basically it's about this big disjointed family, not disjointed, but dysfunctional family. The mother ran out on them when about 4 or 5 years ago. The father is a drunk and an addict and all problems like that. And the older sister basically takes care of everyone. And each of the children has some sort of problem, and it's basically about their life together. And it's a funny show, and it gives you sort of a look into what people's lives are like when they're not as well off as you. So it really sort of shows you, like, okay, this is why this is happening. And then the last little category that I'm going to talk about are some of my favorite foods. So the first is orange juice. I had stopped drinking this altogether, but I went to the doctor's earlier in the month, and she was telling me that I have to start getting more calcium. And I can't drink milk. It's not that I'm lactose intolerant, but I'll pour a glass and I'll drink like 3 sips and get disgusted. So I just can't drink milk, and I can't do soy milk or almond milk or anything like that, or rice milk. Those are just really strange to me. So she suggested getting orange juice that's been fortified with calcium and vitamin D. And I've really gone through this really quickly. I've gone through it really quickly, and I'm almost out of it, and I've really been loving it. The next thing is quinoa. It's basically like this little grain, and it's sort of like rice, but it's got way more protein and it's better for you. So that's another thing that I'm suggesting you use. So, and the last one is avocado. I've been really enjoying it. It's really nice and light and fresh. And basically, I really, really, really do enjoy it. It's one of my favorite foods to eat. I'll if I see something on a menu with avocado mentioned on it, I'll basically like choose that and I'll eat it right up. So that's been all my favorites for the month. Sorry about the last couple seconds. My phone started going crazy off the hook, and I'd rather get this finished rather than stop and pick back up where I was. Anyways, that's my favorites for the month. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope it wasn't too long, and I'll see all of you guys later. Bye.